Happy Wellness Wednesday. It is almost Valentine's Day.
Wow.
Almost Valentine's Day. We're on now. So shout out to everybody that we have watching us. We're on a couple of different devices. Don't judge us. So we're on Instagram. Hey, Instagram. Hey, LinkedIn. Hey, YouTube. And hey, Facebook.
Wow.
I know we're on 4 different platforms. And we're just excited to be here for today's Wellness Wednesday. It's basically on couples goals and some tips that we want to give you. Rick and I are celebrating 17 years of Valentine's Day. We met for the first time. Our first date was on Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. So here we are. Celebrating 17 years. We're super excited. We have been married. It will be 12 years in September, but every year we celebrate both because both are really important. It was the first time that we met was in 2009.
2009.
Yes, February 14th, 2009. So in 2026, that makes 17 years. Yeah. It's crazy. I know. I can't believe it either. I mean, the time really doesn't feel like 17 years to you. I know. It feels like it doesn't feel like we just met.
No,
but it doesn't feel like we've known each other for 17 years. It's pretty amazing. So we're super excited to be here. We wanted to kind of share the celebration with you because on Saturday, we will be celebrating Valentine's Day. Where are we going to have dinner and a movie, or
something like that,
or do a
combination
go
of
play some games or something like that. And so we are going to be celebrating on Saturday, which is officially Valentine's Day. So I know you see like a little halo over me. That's the light back there, but we're just going to keep going and share some tips. So first, I want to introduce myself. I'm Debra Dixon-Anderson from Light of Gold PR and Gold Wellness Circle. I usually live stream. I'm going to get better about live streaming more often so that I can share about wellness and share marketing and business tips with you. And this is
Richard Anderson.
Richard Anderson. So this is my husband, Richard Anderson. He's a guest on with me today. You're a guest.
I'm usually in the other room listening.
Yeah, he's usually in the other room listening, or when we are together, it's usually from out of the country.
Right.
Yeah, because we usually like to live when we're traveling. And so luckily, that's one of the things that we both love to do is travel. So I want to share with you first, we have some wonderful things coming up this year with Gold Wellness Circle. We have a wonderful 5-person board that's helping us in a fantastic committee that's working with us for our Women's Gala that we're going to have on Thursday, May 14th. And so I want to let you know, just go to Gold Wellness Circle. Well, actually for the gala, go to lightofgoldpr.com and you can find it on the upcoming events page for the 2026 Gold Women's Gala. So you can look there. We got vendor tables. You can sign up as an attendee. Sponsorships. We have a lot of really wonderful things going on. This event is going to be great. We're going to have live entertainment, award ceremony, the red carpet experience, all that good stuff. So you definitely want to join us for that. So there's that coming up. I did want to mention our wonderful partner is Juneteenth NYC, Athenia Rodney, and our fantastic board that I am proud to serve on. And then also our other event partners, the K District and Katani Branham Gray. And so love them to death, love them to pieces. They're helping and working with us on our upcoming gala. This summer, we have our summer wellness event coming up. Alzheimer's Awareness Month is also in June. Juneteenth is in June. And then we do want to do a backpack drive toward the last quarter of the year and also do some donations for women's shelter. So if you want to join us, if you want to volunteer, serve on our board, be on a committee, let us know. Hit us up either at lightofgoldpr@gmail.com or at goldwellnesscircle@gmail.com. So we're going to get started. Welcome, babe. Glad to have you on with us. So good to have you. So, I always like to talk about wellness, eating well, exercise, fitness, mental wellness, meditation, but we have to talk about wellness for our romantic relationships, for our marriages. What about wellness for that?
Yes.
Yeah, and how important that is. So we're going to just jump into it and talk about the importance of, communication in your relationship, in your marriage, keeping each other number one. But first, we're going to do a reality check of stats. Let's do a reality check of stats. So we're a Black couple. So 41% of first marriages and divorces is not my first rodeo.
No,
so I've been married before.
Actually, the number goes up for second and third marriages.
Yeah, the numbers go up.
First marriage.
That's just for the first marriage.
It's up into the 60s for second and third.
Yeah, which I'm
Yeah.
proud to say this is my third, and so this is the marriage that has staying power for sure.
But this is my first.
This is his
So
first.
It balances it out.
So just to kind of let you know, secretly, that's one of the things that we don't always talk about. I've been married 3 times. Rick is my third husband, but I am his first wife. So that's an interesting thing also that we have going on in our marriage. What about the divorce gap? Whoever has been married before, experienced divorce, unfortunately, that is the case. I've experienced divorce. I understand. I get it. And then the wealth factor. Married Black couples have a median net worth of roughly $131,000 compared to just $29,000. Or, of course, we have a lot of people that make $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 for a single individual. So it's a little bit different, single versus married or coupled. Not everybody's married. Some people are in, partnerships, situationships, whatever you want to call it. Right. So there's that too. So the research shows the top 3 reasons aren't always what you think. Let's talk about the top 3 reasons. Lack of commitment, not a lack of love, but lack of commitment. And so that becomes a slow drift where partners are not choosing each other every day. So what do you think?
Not putting the time in.
Yes. Not putting the time in, not choosing, not working together, working separately. What you want is more important than what I want. You know what I'm saying? So that becomes a difficult thing as well. A symptom, and it's also infidelity. Thankfully we don't have that issue, but I've heard infidelity can be, part of a lot of marriages. It's unfortunate, and sometimes it's just a signal of a deeper disconnection when that enters into the picture.
It's unfortunate that in today's area, you used to think it was always the men. But nowadays it's kind of almost equal. Just as many females will cheat. Yeah,
women cheat too.
Different reasons.
So, for different reasons, but that does happen. Yeah. So poor communication, conflict, arguing, 58%. That's unfortunately a reason why a lot of relationships and marriages fail, is because of poor communications. What is the saying that you taught me when we talk to each other? Because sometimes we have communication issues. I'm a communicator. I have a degree in communications. Okay. So communications, for what I do in PR marketing and being a business owner, is what I do. So I'm a big communicator. Rick,
I talk in codes.
He talks in code. I'm usually saying, what are you talking about? I don't understand. Say that again. What do you mean? Give me an example.
The whole sentence.
Yeah, the whole sentence.
Or little things, even the subtle things, like if I leave the chicken out, you're supposed to know that it's supposed to be cooked.
Right. So it's like, but you didn't tell me the chicken was out. So how am I supposed to know it was supposed to be cooked? I didn't even know it was out. You didn't say anything to me. So stuff funny. Like that, communications. But what is it it's something that, okay, so I'm not going to get this exactly right. So I need you to help me with this. So here's one of the things is, are you listening? Are you waiting to talk?
Right. Are you listening? Or are you waiting to talk?
Or are you waiting to talk? So you know what I'm talking about. Yes, we're talking to each other, right? I've
already decided that what I'm going to say.
Right.
While you're still talking.
He's already thinking in his brain while I'm talking and not listening to what I'm saying. And I know some of you have experienced this too. Not really listening. And then when he does talk, he already has the problem resolved. He already has made a decision, but he hasn't really listened to what I was saying because he was thinking about what he was going to say.
Not necessarily doing it to be mean, but
right. It's not intentional.
For me, that's on my mind from my past experiences and employment. That's what my mind kind of is always at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah. So that part, and then for someone, for people who have careers and businesses and have very intense careers, because you had very big career that included managing a lot of people. Sometimes that seeps into your relationship. It comes home.
It's hard not to bring it home.
It's hard not to bring it home. A lot
of time,
yeah. And so what one of the things that I say to you in teasing is, you're not my supervisor.
That's right.
I don't work for you, so it's always funny when that comes up, but it is an issue especially for power couples who have big careers.
It's especially hard, and especially sometimes you get out on the female side because you're out there dealing with men all day.
Yes, that's true too.
And I always leave it at the door when you come in.
Yeah, and that can be hard to do also for a woman, where sometimes we're battling in the boardroom. We're one of few people of color and one of few women. And so a lot of times we get dismissed and, we get spoken over, talked over. And then when we get home, I don't really want to hear what you guys say. So a lot of what we have to learn how to do is compartmentalize and leave a lot of this stuff at the door. It's like, this is just you and me. You don't work for me. I don't work for you. This is not work. And we're not enemies. We're not battling each other. And so that becomes another thing too, that we also have to contend with. When you are working, you have a big career, you manage people, you're in a boardroom, maybe you're middle to upper management, and being able to leave all that at work is really important. Really important. So, let's see. So we're going to go to the next thing and talk about unrealistic expectations. Let's talk about that. When we expect one person to be our best friend, our lover, our co-parent, our financial partner, and we don't have a user manual for any of this.
And sometimes it isn't that other person.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What do we say about, what did the guy say? Told him, well, nobody likes you. He goes, I like me.
Right.
And reality is, that's where it starts.
Yeah.
And so many of these things, because people don't like themselves, they have issue with themselves, and it just carries over into their relationship.
Yeah.
You are first, foremost, and responsible for making yourself happy.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Not the other person.
Yeah. And you know what? Here's the thing. So many of us come into these relationships and marriages broken.
Trauma and drama.
There's trauma. I mean, and you know what? There is a statistic, and I'm sorry I don't have it, but I know that this is an issue for a lot of us. Those of us who have been in unhealthy relationships that didn't end well, all of that. It takes time to get over that. But 9 times out of 10, we don't give ourselves the time to get over it. We just jump into another relationship. So to be realistic, to be honest with you, to keep it 100, we'll be in a relationship with each other getting over a past relationship. And that's real. I know even for me in our relationship, I was getting over a past relationship in our relationship before everything smoothed out. And I realized, oh, you're not that person.
Yeah, it was interesting during that time. It's like, oh, my ex used to say that, so you must be just like him.
Exactly.
That's what he used to say. So you're the same as he is.
Yeah. And sometimes you say that to me, you know, so that it kind of worked in both directions. So just being careful and cautious.
And you have the stuff from childhood too.
You got childhood trauma. If you were raised by a single parent, a single mother, whether you're a male or female, the dynamics are different. If you come from a household where there were two parents, but one parent was abusive or it was unhealthy or there was drug addiction or alcoholism, it's all of those things that impact your relationship. And so what has worked for us, and one day we're going to ask Steve and Tina to come on this call. We gotta shout them out. We love Steve and Tina King. And they created something wonderful called Complete Chocolate Couples. And when we were dating, we joined that group.
Yeah, they're professional coaches.
They coached us before we got married.
Fitness.
Now we could say we've been married almost 12 years. Some of it is due to them and their counseling. Sometimes we also got therapy, because for me, having been married twice before, I wanted to have a successful marriage, and I knew I had issues. And so we needed to go to counseling, and we did. We went to couples counseling. We went to group marriage coaching through Steve and Tina King. They both have wonderful careers now. They do that and other things. Steve is an author. He's fabulous. And
recent book.
Recent book. And Tina does real estate. So we love both of y'all.
They're that couple.
They're a power couple. And so we're going to bring them on and we're going to talk about this. And we have made so many wonderful friendships through that group. You know, we could not say enough about it. Here's the thing: finding other couples and going out and doing things with them is critical, because if the only friends you have are all single,
that's an issue.
It's an issue, because here you are trying to have a healthy relationship and a healthy marriage, and you got girlfriend over here saying, girl, why you gotta be back at a certain time? He's not your husband. I mean, he's not even your husband yet. He's not your father, you know. So you have those issues that come into your relationship that we all have to be really, really careful about. So finding other couples in healthy stable relationships, not just that are married and maybe the husband's got, you know, he drinks, you know, every night, or, you know, the wife has other issues. That's not what you want. I'm talking about a relatively healthy marriage. No, not perfect. That's not what we're saying. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, but you work things out and you learn how to work things out in a healthy way. So I think that was important. So, oh my gosh. So we have been on now can you believe we've been on for about 24 minutes?
Okay, it goes fast.
It goes really fast. So why don't we get into the 3 C's of what makes a relationship successful and how we have been able to have a successful marriage. Commitment, the 3 C's: commitment. We're committed to each other. Communication, although we do still have to work on that.
Yeah, that's
we're not perfect.
That's always comes up for everybody.
It comes up
in all
for both of us, for us, in all. And but we do pretty good with it, and we don't stay mad at each other for more than a day.
No matter what I do.
No matter what you do. You heard what he said. He said it.
I do stuff.
He said it. You know, so we let it go. The next day, it's a new day. We love each other. We're gonna let it go. And sometimes it depends. If it's something super big, it's something that really bad, then we have to, or that I did, or an opinion that I have that I won't let go. Then we need to work through that and discuss it and talk about it and come to some kind of solution. So weekly check-ins. This is something that Steve and Tina suggested to us.
We've been doing it.
We do it sometimes, but we don't do it enough.
We don't do it, but we try. We
try to do it.
We try every week to do it. And I mentioned it recently, and I said something about a meeting on our chat. And somebody said, just the two of you having a meeting? Yes. We try to do it every Sunday at some point during the day. And I'm retired now, but I still have things going on. Deborah's always busy, and it's good to know what's coming up.
Yeah, it is.
It is. You're going where you're going somewhere. You're going to be somewhere.
Yeah, I'm
not going to be around. Who's going to be home for dinner? Who's not going to be home for dinner? Who's taking?
That's the communication.
She goes outside and the car is gone because I didn't tell her I was taking it to take oil change.
Somebody stole our car. Yeah. And he's like, no, I have it. Yeah. Hey, Christine, thank you for the congratulations to me and Rick. Oh, I appreciate you. I try to be an angel, girl. I try, but yes, I got the. We need the devil over you, but no, just kidding. Just kidding.
There's a certain aspect. We're two different people.
Just a little. We're two
She's
different
half
people.
Full, and I'm typically half empty.
Yeah.
But put it together, we have a full glass.
Yes. So we love our single friends. We do have to be careful though, because this was advised to us by Steve and Tina. The reason why they created Complete Chocolate Couples, just full transparency, is because a lot of their single friends did not always understand, or they were going in a different direction. So think about it. You go out to dinner, maybe you go dancing with your girlfriends, and then they're talking to guys. And then next thing you know, a guy's sidling up to you and you got a ring on your finger. And here, I'll tell you what the conversation could be sometime. And maybe I'm a little old school, but this is what has happened even to me. They see the ring. Oh, are you married? Yes, I'm married. Happily? Happily. So that's that opening for, well, if you're not happy,
which is
maybe you and I can talk or kick it or whatever. It's like, no, I'm married. So let's just keep it 100.
Yeah, it is.
But I have some wonderful girlfriends that are single that totally respect my marriage, that advise me as well on certain things, because Rick and I have two different personalities.
Completely.
So sometimes they see things differently than even I do, and they give me advice about that from a personality standpoint.
So there's nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong with. We love our single friends. We love you.
I was listening to Steve Harvey a couple of months ago, and he was saying something about, well, if you're married, you shouldn't be hanging out with your single girlfriend. You shouldn't be going on these trips. You should be going on these trips with your single girlfriend. Why are you going down to Jamaica with your single girlfriends? Why are you hanging out with them?
Which is what I'm going to be doing in May.
That's just which is perfectly okay.
So I'm going to be doing that in May.
Enjoy
with what? 25 of my closest sister friends. And we have a good time. And I'm very respectful of the fact that I am a married woman. I might be one of the only or one of few. But I mean, I should be able to go, look, we trust each other. He knows that I'm not going to go to Jamaica and have a Jamaican boyfriend. I'm not Dexter. Okay, how many of you remember that? Dexter.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, that's an old joke, an old Eddie Murphy joke. Yes, so no, I'm not looking for Dexter. I'm married. I'm going to let loose and have some sister girlfriend time. It's good for me. And when I get back, I'm renewed, I'm refreshed. He gets a break from me, and he gets a chance to eat stuff and do stuff that he doesn't really do when I'm home, that he's not supposed to do. So that does happen. Hey, anybody, please drop into the comments. If you're in a relationship, drop it into the comments, or your favorite thing to do. That's what we should talk about, babe. What's your favorite thing to do? Everybody's different as far as what they like to do. Do you like to are you a cozy couch and movie person, or are you a big romantic dinner person? And so we'll take that. Drop it into the comments, into the chat. Are you a cozy couch and movie person, or do you like to go out to a romantic dinner? Which one? Which one are you?
A little bit of both, I think.
Oh, you got to pick one, babe.
I
know it's so hard.
I'm sitting on a couch.
Yeah.
At this point in my life.
Oh my God. So Christine, she said one married friend said that a married man asked her if she was fully married.
Interesting.
Fully married.
That's one way of pulling it.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Are you fully married? Yeah. Like seriously? Wow. Okay. I got to get up on the lingo because I didn't even know that was a thing. Fully married. Wow. That's a little cray. But so pick one. Cozy couch and movie person, or big romantic
Probably
dinner?
Cozy couch.
Yeah. I knew you were going to say
there's an
that.
age. I'm retired now.
Yes. Yes. So that's the difference.
Relaxing is like in my top 5 things to do.
Yep.
Playing around, but just like no more getting up at 4:30, other than to go to the gym.
Yes.
No meetings, but we still have meetings. I don't live by the calendar anymore.
Yeah.
So
life is different.
Life is different, and that's what you work towards.
Yeah, that's what you work towards. But I will tell you ladies, because I'm not retired, I'm an entrepreneur. I got 3, 4, 5 hustles going, spinning plates all over the place. A little crazy, but Rick keeps me grounded. Yes. And that's what I love about him. He figures out a way to help in a way that makes sense for him. So that I always feel like that's part of your love language. Your love language is helper. Let me get this for you, do this for you. You need this. I'm gonna order this for you on Amazon. And it's like a surprise gift, or something like that. Me, I'm a spoken language support person. And that's where the communication stuff comes from. So that's how we're a little bit different. And I think for me, I love to go places. So
yeah, you do.
I think I'm the big romantic dinner person. So I do like to go out. I like to try new places. I do feel like sometimes Rick and I get into a little bit of a rut. We go to the same places to eat, to do certain activities. Me, I'm like, let's push the needle. Let's do something new. Let's go hatchet throwing. Let's go to that. He's looking at me like, what? What are you talking about? Me, I want to try something different because I feel like sometimes we get comfortable. And don't get me wrong, the stuff that we do is still fun. It's still stuff that we like to do. But occasionally, if you keep doing the same thing all the time, you do get into a rut. And I probably recognize that more than you do.
Yeah, I'm been there, done that. So it's like sometimes I get to that. Just laid back, relax.
Yeah, he's definitely
not to the point of not doing anything.
Well, no, not to that point.
I can keep as busy as I choose to.
Yeah, true.
Between my activities outside.
So date night for us has to be put on a calendar.
Yes.
People usually think we're a little bit crazy because we do keep a calendar. We keep a calendar of everything that's going on. I have a calendar for just my business stuff. We have a health calendar for our doctor's appointments and stuff like that. And then we also have an activities calendar so that we know what the other one is doing, because half the time, I didn't know you weren't going to be here. I didn't know you weren't going here.
I didn't know you had a meeting in the city at 6.
I didn't know you had a meeting in the city. I'm making dinner. He's the one that makes the dinner.
I'm here.
Yeah, he's here. He makes the dinner. He's a wonderful cook. Little known fact about Rick that I love. He won a decade and a half ago, at least 15 to 20 years ago. He won a 6-month cooking class. So he learned how to chop, all of that, and how to put meals together. So he's the cook in our house. But I do like to make sure our meals are more nutritious.
You do.
I mean, if Rick can bread something, he'll bread it. It's good. Don't get me wrong. But I think we're both a little bit rounder because we're not always as conscious. I'm so happy that he loves to cook. I'll just, eat, what he's making. But then I'm like, wait a minute, we can't keep eating this. So we both have a weight loss challenge that we're on. We have to lose 20 to 25 pounds by May. Anybody who wants to join us, let us know, because we're going to get, Coach Tony involved, and maybe Casey and some of my friends who I've been on weight loss challenges with. We and fitness, meditation. Anyway. Yeah. We are natural gym rats.
Every other
natural
day.
Workout people. That is not. We're not in a situation where why you got to go to the gym. Why we don't have any of that going on. Neither one of us.
5 days a week.
Neither one of us smoke. No. Both of us love health and fitness.
Alcohol.
Yeah, limited on the alcohol. Very limited. Like I like a glass of wine or Moscato. And he made some great sangria over the past couple of weeks, but I don't have to drink every single day.
6-pack of beer has been in there since.
Plus, I like to focus. I need to focus, so I can't focus when I'm having too much alcohol. But I do like to have a glass of wine. We both like to have a glass of wine with dinner, paired with the right meal. I'm more of a fish and chicken eater. He's allergic, so but one of my favorite stories about my Rick that I love, for the first 2 years of our marriage, I missed eating salmon because he was the cook. Now I would make it too, but he would get in before me, and so dinner would be made, and it was either, you know, beef or chicken or whatever he would make. And he learned how to make salmon that comes out flawlessly every time. He learned how to make salmon without tasting it. He found the recipe. He baked it. We don't fry a lot in our household. Every now and then I want some fried fish. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I have to go someplace and get it. We can't make it at home. I have to go to a great place to go get it, but can't do it. And I can't do that often either. Not too much fried foods. But that was one of my favorite things that you did, because I still remember saying to him, babe, I really miss having fish. I miss tilapia. I miss salmon, because he didn't eat it. But he knew that I loved it. So he learned how to make it. When he learned how to make it, it comes out perfect every single time. Now, when I cook, it's going to be a little bit healthier. So let me tell you what one of my dishes that I love to make. I love to make kind of grilled mushrooms sauteed with some olive oil and seasoned to replace meat. Quinoa, I usually like to have with, green pepper, red and green pepper, as well as rosemary, and then some steamed broccoli. So that's our meatless Monday meal that you have actually learned how to like.
Yeah, I can deal with it.
He can deal with it. And that's cold for, I don't really want it, but I'll eat it because you made it. That's really what that means. But that's really what that means. I'm not hungry. Yo, you never say that, because I just sit in front of him. So we like to do that. We have to lighten up the meals, stuff like that. So we're both on a health challenge that we want to lose weight, and we want to make sure that we're being mindful of eating as nutritiously as possible. So how many years have you been together with your partner? You can drop it in the chat. Or are you looking for a partner? That part. So you might be looking for a partner or not looking, or open to getting a partner, which is a choice. Some of us don't want to be with a partner. Which is, that's okay too.
Yeah, it is. I mean, some people would say that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
When we look at how many people are not married, never will get married, especially for certain demographics, especially what's that thing about certain ethnic groups? Only 25% of the women will ever get married. I think that's us, right?
So that it might be.
That's us.
Yeah. So you have that part. So you have that situation, but you should still live your life and enjoy your life. Yes. Life cannot be about waiting for that special someone.
Absolutely.
It shouldn't be. You should definitely make it your business to live your life to the fullest and enjoy your life. That's important to do. But I will say this to some of you who are looking. One of my tips before pre-marriage, of course, is just being open about where you meet that person. I've met people, at the gym, at work, at church.
But not at the club.
I have met some nice people at the club, but this is like 20 years ago. Not as much today, but it does happen for some people, because if you're a good person, you're going out. Sometimes you meet another good person, but being open and letting people know that you are looking and that you are open, because if they don't know, then they can't maybe make a referral. Maybe hey, and it's happened. I've gone someplace and, I've had a guy say, hey, I'm looking for a nice lady. I know you're married, but if you have any friends, man, I'm all over that. I'm all over that, because I like to help, some women out. If I've met and vetted someone, then I might play matchmaker. So I might do that. So just being open about where you meet someone, I think, is important. Work is a no-no, because when you meet them at work, we have some ugly stories. When they're at work, you better be on your way out. to be leaving, or maybe he or she is on the way out, because that could be really bad if it does not go well.
In fact,
so I don't know about that.
In fact, one of my last employers, I don't know how they enforce it, but the policy is you don't date.
Yeah, that's also a policy at a lot of companies. So it's a policy.
It's a personal thing, but at the same time, it can backfire.
It can backfire. I mean, really for me, I've met and dated guys that I met at networking events. I'm not at a job. I own my own company. And so if you're going to the same event and it doesn't go well, and it's the same organization, either I have to go someplace else or they need to go someplace else. Christine, I don't mind helping a sister out. I really don't. Seriously. Okay. Like if you let me know what your requirements are, I'll have my antenna up and my spidey senses up, just because you just never know, and so a lot of times you gotta let people know
and everything else. It's not somebody, some people, and we're both very religious. But if you really think that you're just
I like to think of myself as spiritual.
If you're spiritual, and you think all of a sudden somebody's just going to fall out of the sky in your lap.
Yeah.
And what somebody recently said, God doesn't provide you with miracles to replace your responsibility. So you need to get out and do some things on your own.
Yeah, you do.
A lot of people say,
you do. You do have to.
So he sends me a man or sends me a woman. And
I'm not going to do anything to find this person or look for this person, because God will provide. God has given us common sense, friends, close sister friends. He's provided all of that, but you ain't telling anybody else, because you expect to meet this person. It's just going to drop into your lap. That's not the way it works. So
no, it isn't.
So
I thought that was interesting that he doesn't replace a miracle. He doesn't replace your responsibility with miracles.
Exactly. You still have a responsibility if that's really what you want.
Right.
I think, and I'll share this. When I met Rick, before I met Rick, I had a list of what a perfect day would look like, a perfect date, what kinds of habits I wanted this person to have, what kinds of things I was looking for in a partner, who they were, and I was very specific and clear. And I wrote it down. I put it in my Bible, and I put it, someplace. Sometimes I go and update it after I dated somebody who I thought was cool, and it was crazy. So I went back and updated that. But when I met Rick, and he took me out on these dates, like he's a wonderful date planner. And at first it annoyed me a lot.
Yes.
And I was like, he was just, and you have to think, Rick is an engineer background. So he's a blueprint thinker. So blueprint is, he looks at the whole picture. Me, I like to color outside the lines. I'm the creative. But here's the thing. The blueprint got to be like too much. Hey, Tony, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for jumping on. So the blueprint thinker, he has looked at the whole blueprint. He plans the whole day, every piece, which I've learned to channel for good 17 years later. But I remember my good friend Soraya, who I've known since high school. I told her, she said, well, how's it going? This is like, 16 years ago. How's it going? When we were dating, I said, it's going really well, but he gets on my nerves when it comes to planning these dates. It's like, he's like, well, do you want to go here? Do you want to go here? Can it be by the water, or can it be this? Now, as far as like the restaurant could be that. And I thought he was absolutely nuts, because I was like, okay, this is like too much for me. I just want to go out and have dinner. We could go to the movies or whatever. And then Soraya said something very significant to me. She said to me that if he wants to plan, let him plan. She said, you're just mad because he's taking your job. You're usually the one that plans everything. And she was right. She's known me since we were in high school. She said, you're the one that plans. So Rick plans our vacations. He does it masterfully, except I have to rein him in when it comes to the excursions, because it's like, I'm not doing that. Whose idea was it to go here? And so I'll be like, wait, hold up. I don't want to, because he's a little bit more of an adrenaline junkie than I am. You know, me, I'm like, I remember when we went to Florida, we went to Disney. Which one is it?
Well, we went to Epcot, right?
We went to Epcot, and he wanted us, and Universal. He wanted us to take a plane ride, a helicopter ride. Helicopter. I've never gone on a helicopter ride before. And I'm choosing, I was like, babe, I don't want to do this. I was like, oh, you know, I was freaking out. I didn't want to do it. Yep. And I was petrified about doing it. Yes. Right? I petrified. So here he's like, babe, we could just do a little shorty trip. So he's almost standing on his head to convince me. So let me tell you what happened. We're looking at the helicopter ride, the description of it. And it said, would you want a 5, 10-minute or 20-minute ride? And I picked 10 minutes. He picked 20 minutes. I wanted to choke him because he submitted that, paid for it. He said, and I said, oh, it's only 20 minutes. How hard can it be? He said, no, it's 20 minutes. I'm like, 20 minutes? And he said, babe, it takes time just to climb, to get up to the altitude. Climbing scared the crap out of me. I'm not going to lie. It's different than a plane. It was me, Rick, and the pilot. That was it. I sat in the front next to him. Never been on a helicopter. I ended up loving it. Couple of things that happened that went well. The pilot was really sweet. He was originally from Georgia. Yeah. So we kind of bonded because I lived in Atlanta for over 15 years. So we talked. He kept me talking. So we're talking, right? And then we're climbing, and then we're level. And we're just going, it was beautiful. The clouds, it was beautiful. And I ended up having a wonderful, wonderful time. I don't know if I do it again, but I could tell you that was wonderful. We've gone on many adventures together, a lot of things I would not do. Across the gorge going across the gorge, rope bridge. Where were we?
We were in Honduras.
We were in Honduras. That was cray. And we're walking across this bridge that's just all rope and
like 300
just
feet
over
down.
with a 300
crocodiles in the water.
With crocodiles. Like, how exciting. I mean, I'm sure that I woke up that day and that's what I wanted to do. No. So that was scary. So we've done a lot of things to encourage each other to do things that we would never do. Like I had cruised before. Rick had not cruised before. Now we're both avid cruisers, but I was the first one to cruise before we met. And so I was down for a cruise. He had never been on one. Now he's like
20 cruises later.
20 cruises later. We love cruising, you know. So Christine said my first helicopter ride was over the Grand Canyon. Nice. Oh, the pilot had a death wish. LOL. I love that.
That's a pretty tour.
That's beautiful. I mean, gorgeous.
A couple of years,
that is gorgeous.
One runs into a mountain.
Yeah. We won't go there. We don't want it to run into a mountain. But we've done some really fun stuff. It looks like you guys have too. Thank you for the old school music, Tony. We're gonna play it. If anybody likes old school, thanks for that link. All right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, everyone. We thank you for letting us reminisce about our 17 years together. We might have to do a part 2 to this because there's a lot more. And we'll bring on some of our favorite people, some guests, because you're going to love them. You're going to love them. Steve and Tina, you're going to love them. So we're going to bring them on. Thank you so much for being just kind of, all your support and for chiming in on the chat. And like I said, if you're looking for love, that's not what this was originally about. Kind of let some people know, because sometimes those are the people who could hook you up the best with someone, because, they know other people. Married people know single people. I mean, not all of the people that we know are all married. A lot of them are, but we know a lot of single people as well. And so I'm always down to kind of, do a little bit of matchmaking. And so let's see. I'm just going to see. one more thing. So I'm just going to throw this at Rick. He's not expecting this. What is your goal for our marriage this year? What's your goal for our marriage this year?
Good question. It's still early though.
Yeah, it's February.
Yeah, it's February.
We got time. Well, we have the 20 to 25 pound. We'll just say 25 pound.
Yeah,
well,
that's that.
We got that goal. Tony, I know you just jumped on. You know you're part of that. Yeah. We're gonna need Coach Tony for that. And wonderful life coach and does our meditation calls. He's fantastic.
Besides the weight loss, is the other thing. I'm focused on the weight loss.
Yeah.
You're more focused on the nutritional.
Yeah.
I think at this point, being older than her, I think once you get to a certain age, the health is basically your priority across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to really maintain your health.
Yes.
You know, you hate the doctor. You hate to do these things.
Yes.
You get up every morning, you got a pain somewhere. Well, if it's still there 3 days later, you need to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
But you really got to concern yourself with your health. You don't have your health, you don't have anything.
Your health is your wealth.
Yeah, you can't help anybody else. You can't help each other.
That's
you don't want to become a burden on the other person, but it happens. And you accept that from a marriage standpoint, sickness and health.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think health is critical.
Yeah, health is critical.
And not just, mental, physical, and spiritual. To grow in that area.
Yeah, to grow all across the board.
Yeah, because I'm, since I've been retired, I can get real laid back.
Yeah, too laid back.
Well, there are days when I have absolutely nothing to do, and I want it to remain that way.
Right.
And then there are other days when I'm busy from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
And that's good, because my concern when he first retired was that he would be sitting in a chair with a wife beater shirt on all day, just looking at TV and watching ratchet videos.
Reality shows.
So I was just like, okay, Tony has a question. If it's not too late, you always have the time falling in love. My question to you is, what has been the elements of staying in love? That's an excellent question. Snaps up for that, Tony. What is the element of staying in love?
Oh, one is commitment.
Yes.
I signed up for this. You take, a lot of people will say you took those vows and a year later you don't remember any one of them.
Yeah.
And you kind of like, well, I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're richer and poorer. We don't have any money. So now I'm pissed off at you. You're sick. So now I'm sick. So now you're pissed off at me.
Yes. Yes. It's a commitment.
It's a commitment.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
You gotta remember those vows that you took, whether they're traditional ones or you wrote them yourself.
Yeah.
But especially for those who took them in a religious environment, whatever religion you that you do, regardless of what it is.
Right.
But if you took seriously and you spoke those words before whoever you believe in and pray to, that wasn't a joke. It's real. And I think so many people take their vows for granted, and they realize that, okay, you know how it is, ladies. So I got them now. I could come to bed looking like anything. I still like to keep it spicy. Men every visual. Night. I like to men are visual. So I pay attention to how I look, what I look like. I don't come, the old school coming to bed with the curlers and then you got the face mask. Yeah, that's not
the face mask. I don't do any of that. So it's like, every day we try to do things just like he tries to do things for me that are just romantic, making dinner, a glass of wine, or just buying me flowers just because. I'll go and buy something for him that he doesn't know that he needed. It's like, because I see things differently than he does. And I'm like, he really needs this. I'm just going to buy it for him. And he's like, oh my God, I really need this. I didn't even think about it. And so he wouldn't buy it for himself. Thinking of fun new things for us to do, but choosing each other every day. I love that. Christine, is true. We choose each other every day. Snaps up for both of those. Fabulous. We're a team.
Yeah, we're a team.
We're a team. And you know what? as you get older, you have all sorts of challenges with your health. You lose loved ones, they pass away. Grief is a big thing too. And no, I can't do that. No rollers, no face masks. I still keep it cute when I come to bed, because I don't want him turning over and jumping, just saying, damn, what just happened to you? So so we try to make sure that we're still keeping ourselves together, even though we've been together for 17 years, because that's how a lot of people start taking each other for granted. So for me, I think for us, staying in love is definitely remembering the vows, but just doing things for each other because it doesn't, we're not looking for anything from each other. It's just because, hey, I love you and I'm just going to get you this, or he loves me, he's just going to, and we just do it without, prompting, although every now and then I'll mention to him that instead of buying me a treat, because we have something in Weight Watchers where they talk about don't buy each other things that you eat to treat each other. You know what I'm saying? Get something. And I'm always like, babe, jewelry always works. You don't have to buy me this, buy me cheesecake. Jewelry works. So a lot of times I have to, we joke. So here's the biggest thing. I think the biggest glue in our marriage is laughter.
Oh yeah.
We literally laugh every day. Like every day. I never know what he's going to say. And then sometimes I'm the straight person, and so a lot of times other people that see us and hear us, you guys need a show. You guys are so funny because we just play off of each other. But every single day we are laughing every single day, because I never know what he's going to say. Then my reaction is like, have you lost it? So we laugh every single day. So I'm going to tell you a funny story, and then I'm going to close, because one of the things that you do need to, and this is going to be another live, you do need to keep in mind as you get older is, if you're going to the hospital or not, you still need a healthcare proxy. We get comfortable with each other. You need a will. I'm going to do a whole other call about that. A will, healthcare proxy, power of attorney. You still need those things. We get comfortable, life be lifing, and we forget to get those important things that we need. And then some tragedy happens. And we're not prepared. I don't know where, I don't know where anything is. Where's the money? I can't even get to it. So it's buried. I have no code, no account number, nothing. So we always have this funny joke. So it's a couple of funny things that we'll share with you. This is like part of our daily, making fun. Like he always teases me about he's going to leave all the money to the cat, leave everything to the cat. And I'm like, we have no cat. There is no cat. We have one, but we have no cat. And I said, you're gonna make me act the fool when you go. When you pass away, it's gonna be ugly. If you do something like that, it's gonna be bad. I'm not even gonna lie. And I don't care who's looking, but you don't want to do that to me. Just leave everything to the cat, because I'm going to act the fool at your funeral and jump all over your casket if you have one. So that's one joke that we have. There is no cat. So it's just like an ongoing running joke. The other joke is he always says if he starts to decline, I said, look, we have to make sure we are covered because we're getting older. If one of us is starting to decline mentally or whatever, we'll see older people like in wheelchairs and stuff like that, or can't communicate and everything. And he's always just telling me, if that ever happens to me, just push me into oncoming traffic. I'm like, so now you want me to go to jail? Okay, you want me to go to jail, and you want me to have to live with doing something like that to you. It's a joke. It's a bad joke. Don't get me wrong. But this is the kind of stuff that comes out of our mouths. It's like, no, we don't want to do that. That's not how you resolve this. Just go ahead and push me. He doesn't want to be a burden. For me, having taken care of my mom, we both have taken care of sick parents. And we are concerned about that for the other in our marriage, having to take care of the other, because we know how tough that can be. We've seen it also in families, how difficult it could be. So making sure you have everything in place and have the decisions. And let me tell you, I would make a recording. If you got kids, make a recording so that they're not fighting when you're gone. Put everything in writing, because some ugly things have happened in my own family and other families, other people that I know. Put it all in writing. Make sure you have it all together. Get it done. So that will be a segue for the next time we do a live. We're going to bring Steve and Tina and some other guests on, but we are going to have that conversation, bring some experts on for that, because that's important. And it can happen at any time, any day. We weren't kids when we got married. So, being an older couple. So Christine says she believes in a physician-assisted dying. Switzerland, etc., allows these types when one decides that you don't want to no longer suffer.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I do get that.
Yeah.
I do get that.
I don't want to sit and just sit there like they used to do. Put you in a chair and it's like you rock.
Yeah, just let you rock back and forth. And you should be able to decide that. And I do get that. So thanks for chiming that in too, Christine. So love each other. Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for being with us and listening to us go on and reminisce. We have a lot of exciting, fun programs coming up. So hang with us. You can always visit Light of Gold PR Marketing. That's my Instagram. I'm Light of Gold PR on everything. And then Go Wellness Circles, because we're going to be doing all this programming is coming up. We got our Women's Gala in May. We got our Summer Wellness programming coming up starting in June, our Alzheimer's Awareness programming, a backpack drive toward it's August, September. And we want to adopt a women's shelter. And we have a fantastic board and a lot of people that we know. That have been helping us with Go Wellness Circle, because they believe in what we're doing. So happy Valentine's
Absolutely.
Day. Mwah. And so we're thankful that you shared this with us. Hang with us. We'll be back on in another week or two. Just check everything. We always try to post ahead of time. And we'll see you soon. Happy Valentine's Day. Mwah.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. Take care.